Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Alright, peace, black family. This is part one of why the president of Haiti was truly assassinated. No cap, no conspiracy theories. Listen.
In our one and only interview, Haiti's president talks about why his government hasn't administered a single vaccine and doesn't plan to, and doesn't plan to, and doesn't plan to. But Louis says there is a relationship Haitians have with nature that protects them from coronavirus, and a plant that produces certain tea called Assassination that's made with ginger root. I'm telling you what I've witnessed, he says.
And finally, Haiti is one of the countries that will be receiving vaccines from the United States. We will be prepared to deliver those hopefully as early as next week.
Alright, peace, black family. So I'm not going to make a statement anymore. I'm just going to simply ask a question for all my Haiti'S, right? You're telling me the people who enslaved us, took us from Africa and brought us to Haiti, the people who raped our grandmas, who separated us, who whipped our grandfathers and did all those type of things during slavery, the people who reinforced France's reparation claim against us, the people who occupied Haiti from 1915 to 1934, the people who shot down boats, loads of Haitians trying to escape Haiti to come to the United States in the Atlantic Ocean, the people who blocked us from international trade for almost 100 years, the people who took our pigs out of Haiti and then dropped their pigs in Haiti, the people who sold us plastic rice is now going to Haiti to give us a free vaccine after the president was assassinated, who actually didn't want the vaccine there in the first place. Yeah, y'all gotta be out y'all mind.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wakah Kodash. Double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim worldwide that are sincere and serious in doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wakah Kodash. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 1 and 2. To you all, I'm the brother disciple Kwasha Banyame for the branch of the Great Millstone, Barbados.
Strong's G 4352. Proskuneo. Proskuneo.
And that's for the word worship, meaning to kiss, like a dog licking his master's hand. So evidently you gotta worship, you gotta lick Esau, you gotta reverence Esau like he's the master. That's for the word worship. Let me get another meaning here. To fawn or crouch to, literally or figuratively, prostrate oneself in homage, do reverence to, adore, worship. So you gotta prostrate yourself mentally, pay homage, do whatever Esau Edom tells you to do. If not, you will feel the end of his weapon. And he ain't gonna come out there and he's gonna pay people to do it. You understand? He's going to pay people to do it. You got rebel groups, right? Which he funds. You know what I mean? Use of homage shown to men and beings of superior rank. So this is what the world has to do, as in, especially the government leaders. You gotta drink his philosophies and drink his wine. Adhere to his ways. If not, they can sanction you. You know what I mean? Stop your trade. Withhold subsidies. Right? Because they're the precept that sitteth upon many waters, meaning what, they're in control. When you sit on something, you're in control of it. Your car, tractor, office chair, wherever it may be, when you sit on something, you are in control of it. And there came one of the seven, Revelation 17:1, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and they will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, and the waters is the people. You understand? When you read further on down in this chapter, let me get it that you could. Let me see what's funny here. Revelation 17:15, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So they are in total control, but they want to further advance that control by giving out the charagma of the beast to everyone. You understand? But what's going to happen is that these nations are going to rise up against Esau, Edom, against the whore. Revelation 17:16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast is this kingdom. Alright? The beast is further kingdom. These shall hate the whore. See? I shall make her desolate and naked. I shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You can't eat flesh and then burn it with fire again. If you eat something, don't consume it. So there's a metaphor for the missiles that are going to be shot off from these other countries, because they're going to get tired of Esau, Edom, and their manipulative ways, and boom. Because evidently is in the ways in the Most High. It is what the Heavenly Father wants. When you read this verse here, for the Most High, verse 17, have put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. You see, verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. See that? All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The assassins arrived in trucks after midnight, claiming to be agents of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. A U.S. government source told Reuters the DEA had nothing to do with the killing. The gunman, reportedly speaking Spanish and English, descended on President Jovenel Moïse's private residence and opened fire. The 53-year-old leader was killed. His wife, the First Lady, also shot, flown out of the country, and brought to Miami. She remains in critical condition. By morning, bullet casings were seen on the grounds outside his home. Haitian ambassador to the United States, Brochit Edmond.
It seems that this horrible act was carried out by well-trained professional killers.
The international airport immediately shut down. The streets of Haiti empty save security forces that patrol the capital. On Wednesday, President Biden acknowledged the tenuous situation in the Caribbean.
We need a lot more information, but it's just it's very worrisome about the state of Haiti.
Acting Prime Minister Claude Joseph declared a state of siege and asserted he was now in power. Moïse was the president for 4 years, but over the last few months, opposing forces and protesters have been demanding he step down, with some accusing him of being a dictator. He held on to power past the end of his term this year and ruled by decree for nearly 2 years after the country failed to hold elections. I spoke to President Moïse back in 2016 when Hurricane Matthew devastated the country shortly before he took power, when he said he was looking for Haiti to recover from its troubled past, where over half the population lives in poverty.
On peut dire presque 30 à 40% du pays, l'État n'est pas présent. Moi, je vais travailler pour que l'État soit présent à travers tout le pays.
There's so many questions still about what happened there. It's intriguing that some of the alleged gunmen spoke American accented English.
Yeah.
But Vlad, for a lot of people, all they know about Haiti is tragedies like this, bizarre circumstances. But you've worked there. Your parents are from there.
Right.
What's the bigger picture?
The bigger picture, Tony, and you're right, I have worked there since the start of my career, and generally it's been around tragic situations. It's been around natural disasters, political turmoil. But here's what people should remember about Haiti. In 1779, we just celebrated Independence Day in this country. A force of Haitian free blacks fought alongside American colonists in a battle against British forces in Savannah. Haitians have been here in the United States since the very beginning. In fact, the American Revolution and in part the French Revolution led to Haiti gaining its independence from France in 1801. But here's what happened after that revolution. The only free, independent black republic in the Western Hemisphere is a miracle. But in 1825, that young country was forced to pay reparations to the French slaveholders that they had overthrown, or France would again invade and enslave the island. And that debt took 122 years to pay off and made the country chronically insolvent, which, coupled with political corruption, created the climate of instability, which the country has never fully recovered from after that debt was settled in 1947. I know it's mind-blowing, and a lot of people don't know this. That debt was eventually settled in 1947. The 50s, and from the period of the 1950s to the 1980s, bought corrupt regimes, the Duvalier regime, and subsequent incompetent, chaotic leadership. Of course, you had the natural disasters, the 2010 earthquake, which, again, the country has not recovered from. So Haiti, as a country that has gained its independence, has been on the losing end of things because of forces beyond their control.
Did you just tell us that the former slaveholders in France are the ones who got reparations from Haiti?
That's what he said.
Bankrupting the country?
Yes.
We talk about the 2010 earthquake a lot. They were really on the way to doing a lot better as a country when that happened.
I had visited Haiti as a young man, as a child, essentially, and it was, if you actually look at pictures of Haiti from the 1940s and the 1950s, it looks like Havana. It looks like all the other Caribbean capitals that are in the Caribbean right now. But because of this incompetent leadership, that's where we are. And you're right, I've covered the tragedies that have occurred there for many years. It's how I got my start in journalism during the 2010 earthquake, and it breaks my heart every single time. Haitians everywhere are mourning today.
Reparations for slaveholders is a new one for me.
Indeed. Thanks for that, Tony. Thanks for that question. I appreciate it.